All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. I'm gonna start off by giving out praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do teach and rule well according to the scriptures. You know, being the good examples to the flock of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. You know, in order to endure these last days and be granted salvation through the grace and mercy of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. But shalom to the elect. I had a real quick one I wanted to go into because if you've been watching Apostle Tahar's channel, you know, which he was going over. It was late last night. I was sometime earlier in the evening last night when he was talking about the solar storm that's about to hit. And I've been seeing this thing being talked about for like the past month now. You know, but hey, these are the signs of the times that we're in, you know, because if you're familiar with the sun cycle, let me just get that real quick. The sun is in a 11-year cycle, according to Esau's math, you know, but we do know it is in a cycle where it influxes in the magnetic pole and the flip and how much activity it generates based on what they would call a coronal mass ejection, which is pretty much solar flares that shoot off the sun based on the magnetic energy that's in it. See, the way the way the Heavenly Father got this whole solar system set up, man, it is beyond Esau's comprehension. They would like to say Big Bang Theory, blah, 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 all that madness. You know, but we know through the spirit and power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, all these things were formed, you know, and the scriptures tell you that it was good. You know, the Lord looked at this and that it was good, you know. So when you see things like this come about, you know, the solar storm that's taking place, and it's mainly because the sun is right now, according to Esau science, it is on its 11, the last of the 11 years, you know, which I think it might be up to like 12, you know, but that's just my opinion as a man. I don't know for sure, and I can't say for sure, so because I ain't really diving too deep in all the science and so things things of that nature, you know. I'm sticking to the things that pertain unto salvation. You know, hey, once we get to kingdom, we'll know all the operations of the elements, you know. But as of right now, we pretty much just generate. We are here to be watchmen unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai and show forth all the omens and the signs and the things that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai are setting up in these last days and showing the prophets to watch for. You know, because hey, man, just hey, I guess it was like a month ago now. You know, you had, because what's today? Yeah, a little over a month. You had the solar eclipse that took place, you know, and now you got this solar storm that's supposed to take place, you know. So, hey, man, it's a lot of things to watch out for. And the way they talk about the solar thing, hey, man, it could be, it could do a numerous amount of things. Because when those coronal mass ejections and solar storms start to happen, you know, that's when your earthquakes come about, because it shifts the magnetic field. So hey, you get your earthquakes that come about, your different storms that may come about. You know, it could knock out power. You know, so hey, we just in a time of watching. You know, we watch, we give the warning. Because hey, man, I wasn't gonna touch on this topic. Because, you know, you want to keep it, so to speak, you want to keep it one deep, you know. But through the spirit, you know, this is something that it can be edification, you know, because these are, man, it's a lot of things that are about to happen. And we know this power is going to go, whether it be by the hand of Esau, which is ultimately the hand of the Most High, or if it be by what's the saying in the world, natural disaster, so to speak, you know. Here, but let's read off this sun cycle. It says every 11 years the sun magnetic pole flips it says leading up to this event, there is a period of increased solar activity, and that's what you see right now. Here, let me read this, and I'm gonna see if we are in the. I believe we are in the last year of the solar cycle, but it says from sunspots to solar flares to spectacular northern and southern lights. And yeah, they was telling people during the solar eclipse it was gonna be northern lights, which are pretty much those green lights you see where I believe it has something to do with the radiation. I could be wrong. You know, but they was telling people to watch out for northern lights. Northern and southern lights during that solar eclipse that just took place last month, a little over last month. Here, let's see. I believe. What? Yeah, I'm just gonna here. What sun cycle are we in? It says we are now in a solar 25 cycle, blah, blah, blah. That's not what I was looking for. They're not giving me the answers I'm looking for, but it don't matter. You know, like I said, this is according to Esau's understanding of the sun. But it does go in cycles where it does have a higher influx in activity. But let's go back to this article, and I'm just going to grab one scripture. Like I said, I didn't intend to make this long at all. It says a huge solar storm, and this is from The Hill, and it says a huge solar storm is hitting the U.S. It says 6 big questions and answers. Let's see if we can run through these, see if they got some blah, blah, blah. Dark regions, sunspots, coronal mass ejection. Let's see what that is. But sometimes, and we just jumping through this article. We're not going to read it all. If you want to read it, it's from The Hill. And we just read over the title. It says, sometimes an intense magnetic that's not what I wanted. It says, but sometimes as these ropes snap back into the surface of the sun, and it's talking about different a magnetic pulse, what they would call coronal mass ejections, that can cause like earthquakes and volcanoes and different changes in the atmosphere. It says they flying charged particle from the sun, corona, out of the space, that called a coronal mass ejection, a CME. Yeah, and if you want more in-depth detail in watching on the sun, hey man, I've been watching this guy for years, man, because he's got good information. But he's on YouTube, and he's called BP Earthwatch, and he covers a lot of things that go on in the quote unquote outer space, out in the out in the waters, because that's all outer space is, man. If you go into Genesis where it talks about him dividing the waters, it's talking about the dividing space, from from oxygen, so to speak. What's the term I'm looking for? It's pretty much because it's pretty much all hydrogen, but we just got this mixed with oxygen, CO2, which not CO2, that's CO2. No, CO2 is here. Let me stop before I before I say something I don't. Hey, I'm not no science guy. The Lord just put this on my spirit to go into. So, hey, man, I'm not going to say too much that I'm not sure. But now I'm intrigued to do the research, so maybe I'll do a follow up to go into this more. But Anyway, if you, I'm not even gonna go over this article either, man. You know, it's just a warning of things that can or that can come about during this huge solar storm. You know, and actually, let me see the exact date when they're talking about of this solar storm. Uh, I guess they saying it's already a start of some, so I guess we gonna hop back into more, you know. But you know, long story short, hey, keep an eye out, you know, for these kind of things, you know. So when they say if they start to like flip narratives, hey man, you already been warned and you already ahead of the gun, you know. But anyway, let's get this. It's Luke 21:23. It says, "But woe unto them that are with child," and this is talking about, amen, it's talking about the siege of Jerusalem during 70 AD. But we do know that the things that were written aforetime were written for our learning. So, amen, a history repeats itself, and we can learn from these kind of things, because we know Esau is going to come down like a flood to try to pretty much take out the elect, because he has but a short time, you know. So just as in those times, we know this devil, he's gonna try to come down on us now, you know, and bring about all kind of lies. He might flip this narrative with the solar storm, or it may hey, what's the saying? I forget who quoted it, but never let a good crisis go to waste. I believe it was I'm not sure. It says, but hey, we know that the Lord said things were going to get bad. We know that power is going to be gone. We know that this system is going to the powers that be, the prince of the power of the air and his counterparts. You know, they want order out of chaos. So there's going to be something that brings about chaos, so they can give you a solution, and that solution is going to be to your demise, and that's the Revelation 13, you know, mark, you know, that they want to plant inside of you, you know, for when times get bad and you ain't got nothing and you don't have much, you know. They'll tell you, hey, if you take this device, you know, you can be a part of society. We'll get you money. We'll get you on programs. We'll get you health benefits. We'll get you back into quote unquote normal society. But hey, man, but when they say sudden peace, when they speak about peace, man, that's when you know destruction is coming. So hey, man, no matter how bad it gets, lean on Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But let me read Luke again. It says, "But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon the people." It says, "And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled." And that's what you are witnessing right now. You're witnessing the time of the Gentiles being fulfilled. You know, we are at the end of Nebuchadnezzar's dream, you know, where the last of these heathen rulerships are taking place via Esau, Edom, here in Babylon the Great, under the beast, where that the whore is riding, you know, and that's why America here, you know, it's pretty much the what's the word I'm looking for? Pretty much the place where the eyes of the Lord is pretty much set on, you know, in order to grant salvation to the children of Israel. You know, America's pretty much the cornerstone of one of the major cornerstones of prophecy. You know, to lead unto the ending of the times of the Gentiles, because all operations pretty much flow based on based around America. You know, this is that great whore that all the nations are mesmerized at, and they do all their trading. They do they gain all their goods, and who have they gained them off? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, wherever you may be scattered. You are they're getting off on your free labor. But it was a part of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh's plan for our disobedience, and so his will can be fulfilled and justice will be served through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon. And that's what you're seeing here now. The talk of this the solar storm, that's signs in the sun, and then the moon, and you be seeing, I see it, all kind of crazy signs in the moons, the moon, I see it where sometimes it'll look closer than it's ever has, and that goes based on, the rotation, the magnetic pull on the moon, that just pretty much operates the earth, keeps everything in line, but you see certain signs in the moon as well. It says, and in the stars, and there should be distress of nations. Hey man, and you can't tell me distress of nations ain't happening right now. A lot of people like to continue on in their folly, but nobody's at ease when it comes to the potential threat of World War III. All the G words that's happening between Israel, and Iran. Hey, there's distress going on. That's why you got protests all over the place. It says with perplexity and the sea and the waves roaring. And yeah, that's what happens, man. Like I was saying, during different like phases of the moon and phases of the sun, you see different things happening in the waters, But hey, man, I'm going to end it there. I didn't even intend to go this long, but I'm going to end it by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahushua.